Well, I say good on him.
To buy, 2 glasses of wine and a pint, probably 20 or 30 pence.
Yeah, and don't you think you'd
that's
probably...
Emma Wolf's on it. She's saying, how much cash would you need for a round? You jumped the gun, Emma, but you're so excitable about it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I haven't been into a pub for years, and I haven't drunk for years, but I was just thinking, but pints have gone up. Pints, glasses of wine have gone up in price.
But don't you think that's interesting?
If you have to cash,
if you have to go up to the bar with 2 20s just to buy a round for your friends, I think you'd feel it more. Yeah. It's too easy paying
with it just tapping and not.
But it's rather a treat that cash is coming back. I mean, I just find it so depressing. The people who've done best out of the pandemic and all of that, but they never say anything about it, are the people who run the credit card company.
Oh, yeah.
They have coined it in, and I can't think of a less deserving bunch. So if we go back to cash, I think it's a good thing. I mean, I still try and pay cash whenever I can. I'll go to the bank, draw out some money, and then I've got it in my pocket. I just don't feel easy about producing a bit of plastic for a cup of coffee or something.
No, the move. I mean, obviously GB NEWS are massively behind this, but the move towards a cashless society is appalling.
I know.
It really does
and
shut out.
it gives the bank such power.
Such power, such a kind of, if they want to, they can see exactly what we're doing at all times. It shuts out older people, poorer people. It shuts out giving a couple of quid to a homeless person. How can you do that with cash? It really...
I tell you what...
Horrible move.
No, what annoys me is my nearest cash point, in order to get cash, charges you 65p for the transaction.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to go to one that doesn't shut. I wouldn't do that.
But that's it. I don't have a major bank in my village or anywhere near. I'd have to actually get in the car and drive to a bank hole in the wall. So the nearest one charges me 65p.
And they would probably claim there is an admin cost for them.
Yeah.
Which seems odd when everything is electronic, but that's what I suppose they would claim.
Yeah, well, they claim materials and all the rest of it. I have to say, I was guilty of... I went to a card shop the other day, one of these... They do cheaper cards, David, I'll tell you.
Cheaper cards?
Cheaper cards, because I think birthday cards are a right rip-off these days.
Yes, I agree.
And I bought a card, and it was 87p, and I paid for it on plastic. Because I didn't have it. Well, I didn't have any money. I didn't have any cash. So, but I did feel quite bad about that.
And my 3-year-old doesn't know what money is, really. All he sees is Mummy taking out a card, tapping it. He's not going to really understand. I've tried giving him a money box and doing coins. But then kids are not really going to understand the link between money that you actually have and you pay with.
But we adults are being encouraged to give our children their own cards.
Their own cards.
That we put money on them and they get used to paying for everything with plastic.
But I think they think these cards are just magic things that pay for things, when actually, you earn that money, you take it, you put it... Do you remember you used to put it into your bank account, put it into your savings account, and then you would take it out?
I do worry, actually, David, about the next generation, if they're not getting a grasp on what money actually is and the debt that they could get into.
That's right. But my younger son, who's now quite old, actually, I'm sad to have to tell you, but I let him have a card that was parasitic on mine. He failed to tell me that he'd lost it, that he'd reported it. So the next time I went in to buy some innocuous meal, I remember exactly where it happened, in Soho. Not only did they refuse my card, they confiscated it.
They didn't cut it up in front of you?
No, but they sort of said I couldn't have it back. And that was because they assumed, of course, thanks to my brat, that I was using an illegal card.
Stolen his card.
Oh, I wouldn't mind having a parasitic card on your account, David.
There you go.
I wouldn't lose it, I'll tell you that.
But those were the days.
Give your child
now I'm just an impoverished old git. There were briefly moments of economic, when I was sort of, had a little bit of cash, but those days, you don't go, they are long gone.
Oh, that's a shame.
But don't you remember opening a birthday card and having a fiver, having your fiver in the card, and all of that? It's lovely.
It is one of the best treats.
Yeah. Emma, talking about what we spend our money on, beauticians. Well, I mean, not...
Well, be careful which beautician you go to.
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
Don't call her a beautician, call her an eyelash educator. She's an accredited eyelash educator, apparently. This is a Bulgarian beautician, Vanya Gabarova, who's one of 4 Bulgarians who are being charged at Westminster Magistrates Court on Tuesday, following allegations of spying for Putin, spying for the Russians. And
how would an eyelash educator learn anything of any interest, Putin?
That's her trade. I don't know what else she's been doing in her life, but there's 3 men and another woman.
She flashes her eyelashes
Maybe that's right. Or maybe she listens as she's doing the makeup. It's quite an intimate thing.
It's probably what she does when she isn't actually at work.
Yes.
Exactly.
I suspect.
Everybody has their cover. Everybody has their, you know,
It does sound...
front.
I would fancy a new career as an eyelash educator. And what about these? I'm getting
Oh,
Dennis
your
Healy.
eyebrows
Eyebrows
are magnificent.
Yes.
Oh,
you need to get
eyebrows
them
are a
trimmed.
huge
But I
beauty
think
trait,
someone
aren't
said to
they?
me, it means you're getting old because only old men have this.
Why don't you trim them, David?
Well, because I would
Because that's
poke
him.
my eye out or
The
something.
makeup lady will do it. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Get them trimmed. The next time you have
yes,
a
because
haircut...
now I look at my role model here, you do have well trimmed.
I got my hair cut yesterday, and Luke said to me, "Do you want me to trim your eyebrows?" I was like, "Oh yes, please." So he does it all with a comb and a.
Look, before we love you and leave you, I've got to ask you about spam. The front page of the Daily Star says spam is in trouble. Because we're no longer buying it. And there are a lot of other old-fashioned foods that are disappearing from our supermarket shelves because, although you may think they're, you know, old and quaint, we're just not buying them enough to keep them going.
When did you last have a tin of spam?
I've never had eaten spam.
either.
It looks revolting.
Absolutely revolting.
Yeah,
Yes,
we can all agree on
but
that.
also-
Surrounded by sort of gelatinous
Jelly and-
goo.
Yeah, but also on this list, a pot noodles, and I bet you like.
I've never had a pot
You've
noodle.
never had a pot noodle.
I have.
You, Emma.
Listen,
I lived
You've
on
never
pot
lived-
I have
noodles at
certain
university.
standards.
Never
You lived on
lived.
pot
And
noodles
pot
at university.
noodles fall the
It's
wrong
easy to
side
make
of
in
the
your room
line.
without, you know,
Well,
a
true.
gourmand like me.
What about Angel Delight, David? Have you ever had Angel Delight?
You don't
But
know what
are we talking about something you eat? Or
Yes.
Blancmange.
Oh.
It's a blancmange. You remember? It's sort of pink or orange blancmange.
You just
You
whip
add
it
hot
up with
water.
milk. No,
Mix
milk.
it up.
Milk.
No, I'm glad to say I can find dangerous things to eat without getting quite that far down.
Oh, David, you've never lived. You come round to Dixon Towers, we'll give you a pot noodle.
noodles
and an
and
angel
smash.
delight.
And smash.
Yeah, we'll show you. how it's done.
Smash!
Toad in the hole.
No, I did have smash.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Brilliant stuff. Look, we've got to leave it there. Emma Wolfe, David Mellor, really good to see you. We'll catch with you a little bit later.
Do stick with us, but right now you'll want to know all about the weather. Aidan McGivern has your weather forecast.